up, guys? Welcome back to another action-packed episode here on AC Designs Garage, and today we got a super fun one for you guys. We're going to do a little cutting and buffing. We're going to take this thing from orange peel to slicker and snot. So make sure you come along. We're going to show you all the tips and tricks to show you how easy it is. It ain't that expensive to do, so let's get at it. All right, guys. Well, if y'all watched last week, we did the how to fix wrinkles in your spray paint if you ever get wrinkles or anything like that in it. The week before that, we had painted this C10 door. This is the Maui blue spray paint with 2K clear, Spray Max 2K clear, all done with spray cans. But if you look down it, look really close. It's kind of hard to tell. You catch the light just right. Look in the little lights right here. See how they're like going, yeah, stuff like that. That's orange peel. And we're gonna get it out. Although this laid out pretty nice, we want to make it a lot more nicer. So let me show you what we're going to be using today. Nothing fancy. None of these tools are expensive. You guys can afford it, and you guys can do this. And this is how you take your El Normal paint job to the show car side. So here we go. As always, we're going to need a couple microfibre towels, microfiber, whatever you want to call them. Set these over here. We're going to need, I like these motor guard blocks. If you're not using DA, I'm not using a DA, I have one. It's a lot easier, but some of you guys don't have them, so I want to show you how you do this stuff by hand. But I like these. We'll link all this stuff in the description box below. I make a wee small amount off of qualified purchases, and it don't cost you guys any extra, but it helps you find it all in one spot. And yeah, we'll link everything down there below. You hit the little more button wherever it is, and it'll drop the box down. But anyhow, this is the motor guard block we like to use. It's got like a dual firm rate, if you want to call it. It's firmer on the black and a little softer on that, whichever one you need. We're going to be using 2500 wet dry paper and 1500. We use the 1500 to basically get all the peel out of the door, and then the 2500 to take the 1500 scratches out. That's usually how it works. And then we're going to use the Meguiar's M105 to cut it, and the 205 to polish it. We got two separate pads. These are the Meguiar's microfiber 6-inch that goes on this. I'll show you that in a minute. This is the A6260. This one I cut with, the burgundy one. It's got less padding on it. And this is the L5010. It's the black one. It's a little thicker. It's what I polish with. Just easy to tell them apart. But as for buffing, we're going to use a DA buffer. Now some of you guys say, "Oh, that's just get swirls out. You can't cut scratches out with that." Yeah, you can. I used a rotary. A lot of you body shop guys, and I know I was a body shop guy too, but I used rotary for 15, 18 years until I got on this DA kick and figured out it's easier, guys. Just try it. It's not that expensive. I got this DA buffer from Harbor Freight. I have a Roops, whatever you call it, Bigfoot 21 also. I got to get a switch for. That's the one I started with, and it's like a Cadillac. Yeah, this is the one we're using, the Bauer 7.5 amp, 2000 to 4600 RPM, 1918E-B. I guess that's the part number, but anyhow, this is a DA buffer. I think this thing was under $100. Pretty sure it was like 70 some bucks when I got it, 70, 80 bucks. This is it. I've done a ton of buffing on it. It works great, but it is a dual action buffer. It spins like this and it does like this. So it's a DA. And I'll show you here in a minute when we get to that point, but I always put a little mark right here on it so you can watch it as it turns, because if you rotate the pad over and bind it up some, it'll stop rotate that way. It'll still be orbital, but it won't spin too. You want it to do both actions so you get everything done. The more action and movement you got, the faster you're going to cut it. Always some Dawn, and we're going to go ahead and go over here. Make sure you keep your pads in a clean place like that, but I'd wipe this table off. I'm going to take my sanding block and my 1500 and 2000. Let me tear this in half first. This 15, I need to get some more and bite out. I think it's about the last sheet I got. So you take your sheet, fold it in half. Sometimes this works, sometimes it don't. Worked out good. Two pieces here. I'm only gonna put one in there for now in case we need it, but I think with this door here no bigger than it is, no more peel than is in it, I think these two here will work. So let's go chuck these in the bucket. Just a regular old bucket of water. And I just dump them down in there and let them marinate for a little bit. It kind of softens them up. And then I put my Dawn in there. Just put a good liberal amount. You want to put the Dawn in after the water so it don't suds all up. You do that, you want it kind of greasy. It's like a lubricant you're putting on here so it glides right across your panel. I need to get me a rag. Scott Shop towels, I list them at all of it, but we use the mess out of these things. Right here, you can get these at your Lowe's or Amazon. I'll link some down below, but I use these to wipe off. One left, guys. I got to start making some more. I don't thank you guys for scooping up those Shake Master 4000 and the shirts and the hats and the sunglasses. Y'all been buying the mess out of them. But I appreciate it because that's what keeps us buying this stuff. Because, guys, I don't have a paint sponsor. I buy every ounce of this stuff. We do this stuff every week. And the clear went up a little bit. We're going to try some of Eastwood's, but the Spray Max 2K clear is almost $25 a can now. A little expensive every week, but anywho's, we're going to let that marinate down there a little bit. We're going to get down here and start cutting. Right, let's get on this thing. Like I said, this thing's got just a little peel, but this stuff laid down nice. I'm not going to buff below this body line down here because there's no point. I'm just going to buff this area here that you're going to see up to here just to show you how to do it if you've never done it. But yeah, this was the thing when I started in the body shop world. Stuff was kind of scary to me because, I mean, anytime you got something shiny like this and you're going to start sanding on it, that don't make sense, does it? So yeah, we're gonna cut and buff this. I'm gonna show you how easy it is. Like I said, if you're doing this to like you're painting yours doing a 2K and you know you're gonna buff it, I always put a little extra clear on it. I do 3 good heavy coats on here, and that's usually enough for a good flat coating, especially if the less peel you got, the less you got to cut. So that's basically what we're doing, is getting rid of that. So we're gonna start out with the old 15 Hondo here on the sandy block, and we're gonna flatten this unit out. I'll probably stand up. It's easier than sitting down when you're having a hand do this. And I just got done eating some of Daddy's nanner pudding, and it probably ain't gonna help me cut buff this any. We're gonna try it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stand up. So what we're going to do is, just like we sand, we're going to go down and do the diagonal patterns like this. You just work your way over, move up, work your way down. This stuff here, this Spray Max stuff, it cuts pretty daggone good. We'll just work like a little bit over a 1 foot area. Now there's areas you need to be careful of, is any sharp edges, knife edges, what I call them, and this radius, because when clear goes on these areas, it kind of just rolls off of it. It's just like the edge of a knife blade. You're not going to stack a clear on top of it. It goes away. Now these areas here, they're loaded. Tops of radiuses and hard areas and stuff, that's where the clear is going to be the thinnest. If you're a little bit worried about like the knife edges, like I call them, just put you a piece of tape on them, then come back and barely rub over them if you're worried about it. I ain't scared on this one, but basically what we're gonna do is we're just like I said, cutting all the peel out, and then we're gonna come back with the 2500 and take these 1500 scratches out and buffer on up. Don't take long at all. If you guys ever use one of these DA buffers, you'll be sold on them. Most of the guys that are talking junk about them ain't never used them. I love them. I've got rotary machines in there. I've got Black & Deckers, and what else I got? DeWalt, maybe? I don't know. I can't remember. Maybe it's a Makita. I don't know. They got dust on them. There's nothing wrong with them. I just like these DAs a lot better because it works a whole lot better for you beginner guys. Now this panel here has been sitting outside since, it's been a week. I think I shot the video on fixing the stuff last Wednesday, and it's Wednesday today, so that tells you how long the clear's been sitting. I had some guys ask me, how long do you have to let the clear sit? Usually I'd say 24 to 48 hours. A lot of it depends on how hot it is. We're gonna rub on her a little bit, and then we're going to stop and check it. Right now I can still hear just a little bit of peel. It's got a little, I don't know, weird sound to it. You can just hear it. It's not smooth sound. It's kind of gritty sounding. Once you get it flat, it just glides. All right, let's wipe this off. Now, if you're seeing like a white sludge or something like that on it, you're good. If you start seeing a blue sludge, or blue starts coming off on your shop towel here, you done went too far. Then you're gonna be repainting. That's no big deal. That's how you learn. That's how I learn anyway. I gotta mess up stuff before I learn anything. I just use these blocks for a squeegee. They work pretty good. I say if you're doing like a real driver car, you can leave a little peel in it. But I'm wanting to show you how to make it pretty slick, slicker than snot. So, let that dry for a second. We'll see how she looks. All right, now let's take a gander at her. Now you can see, bust it out of the way. If you get up in here, you can start seeing a little speckle stars and stuff up in there, maybe. I know it's hard to see with this. Yeah, if you see any little light spots and stuff, like especially down here. There we go. You can see now. See little speckle spots? That's your orange peel, where it's light and flat. So basically what you want it to look like is this here, just a matte finish. That light out there messes us up. But you can kind of see in here it needs a little bit more. And that there was real time, guys. I mean, that took about 5 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wet my finger and I'm just gonna come around here. That way I know what areas that needs to be sanded. And make sure when you get back down your bucket you grab the right sandpaper, not the 2500. So we're gonna go right here. We're gonna go over this 2 or 3 times. I'm not worried about getting down in this area here. You can, but you got to use a different buffer. I got one of them little 3-inch ones from Harbor Freight, the air buffers. They work pretty good to get in the little small areas. Yeah, this is all cutting and buffing. You hear people talk about color sand, cut and buff. They're all just slang terms from sanding it and polishing it back up. But doing it with this, this 2K clear, man, it does such a good job. This stuff busts so nice. And when we do the 25, it goes pretty quick. This here's I'm gonna get this, then we're gonna come up here and get this. I'm not gonna worry about this upper radius. Now, if this was a show truck or something like that, we would go ahead and go up there. Now, I'm not even getting on this line up here. I got my thumb riding on this line, so we're not getting it. You can radius it up, like, kind of roll it up like this and do it like this and stop before you get to that hard line. But a lot of times I just kind of pull it back off of the top just a little bit. Like I said, there ain't a whole lot of peel on here, so pretty easy. So remember that when you're spraying, the slicker you can spray it, the less work you gotta do. Now, down here, I got a cool color coming up for you guys in the next week or so. I don't like calling you subscribers. We're gonna call you guys friends. A lot of my friends reached out and wanted to do like an earth green or something. I'm going to do it gloss first. He was wanting to see it in a matte finish, but I got a trick up my sleeve for the gloss. We're going to use, it's going to be Rust-Oleum for the green, but then I'm going to shoot the clear in a gun, but I'm going to add a little bit of extra spiciness to the clear and do some custom effects showing you guys how to do that. Just something a little different. So We may do that next week. Let me know down below what you want to see. I try to get to everybody's ideas, but there's a lot of you friends now. Over 70,000 of you. I appreciate it. We're on the road to that 100,000. That's what we've been looking for 6 years. I appreciate every one of you guys. Sorry if I ain't getting to everybody's comments. They're just starting to stack up. I try to spend close to an hour a night on them, but I still don't get them all at that rate. I will say that I think I'm going to do the firewall to patches over there on my 65 C10. I think we're going to do the firewall on this. So I'm going to have a video coming up before too long on how to, it's down to bare metal. We're going to show you how to body work it, prime it, bring it all the way up to 2K, and we're going to do it with the Rust-Oleum. The firewall, it's already shaved, already welded all the holes up, but yeah, that's coming up next week or so. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I kind of shoot from the hip. This is feeling pretty good. It ain't got that old sound to it. If you dig where I'm screaming from. Yeah, right in here is where I fix all that wrinkled paint that you can't even tell. Fix it up nicely. We'll link in videos in the description box below. How to fix wrinkles and how to spray this and all that good stuff. All right, we're going to unfold our thingy here and squidge her off. Let her dry, make sure we got all the little starlight, star brights off there. Well, we know we ain't got no peel. We'll come back, run over about 3 times, probably with the 2500. All right, let's take a gander at this real quick. Get the old flashy light out. Make sure there ain't no peel. It's down pretty good. There's a little up in here. I don't know if I'm gonna worry with that or not. So, well, I'll get this. This is about all I see, so I know we'll go to 25 next. So let's get this real quick. That's basically all you gotta do, guys. Just look through there, dry it off every now and then, check. Just kind of creep up on it. And you're just flattening that peel out, that's all you're doing. Should be good. So now I'm gonna rinse out my 1500 and take it out of the bucket, because if you go 25 and you drop in, we squeegee it off like we're doing, and you reach back there and you grab the 15 after you got all your 25 work done, you got to start all over. So it's just a good thing to do. I'm gonna dip it in the bucket and lay it out here, and we'll reuse it. I mean, it's still got grippy to it. Ain't no need wasting money. Gonna go on the back side of my stand here. Put a fold in her right there. Let her hang and she'll dry off, and we'll use her another day. Rinse all this off one more time. Make sure there ain't no rough gouges, gravels, or nothing like that on it. You don't want to scratch it up none. You have to fix that again. We don't want to go backwards. Down the bottom of the bucket. We're doing the old 25, and we're gonna go over this. I'll probably stand up. We'll probably go over this about 3 times. Usually it'll start shining a little bit. That's how you can tell that the 25's working. It actually starts going to shine. Then if you ever go to 3000, that really does good. We're gonna do about the same way. We're just gonna work an area. Go over about 3 times for Dale. That's 2. That's 3. Rinse your stuff off. The 25 is pretty quick usually, because this, like I said, it's not, we're not really trying to work that hard. We're just trying to get rid of them 1500 scratches. Do this bottom real quick. Yeah, the finer you buff it up to, like 3,000, 5,000, whatever, the faster it busts. This depends on what you want to do more. I would about rather sand more, and I don't know. I kind of like to buff too. So usually I would jump up. If I go to 3,000, I'm gonna use 3M Trizac on a DA with an interface pad, a little squishy pad underneath it so it don't gouge it. Heard a zinger under there go wee wee. It's like both scratchy record things. If you hear that, make sure you check it out. And what I do when I do a car, I'll do a door, then I'll go to a fender. I just try to break it up into individual. Now, I don't jump up grits or nothing. I stay like I started. It's real rough. I started 1,000 or something, but just don't think about how big the project is, because if you're doing a whole car, it kind of gets a little overwhelming. So just focus on the panel you're doing. Get the panel you're doing as good as you can get. Now, when I go from, say we're doing 1,500, I say I don't change up. I'll do the whole car 1,500, get it flat. And once I get that flat, I come back. If I'm on 25 and 3,000, then I'll do the 25 on a door, and then do the 3,000. Then move to the next door, do 25, 3,000. That way it's done. I ain't got to go around it 3 times. Yeah, you just do it however you want. I'm gonna say one more quick wash over on this thing, guys, and we're gonna be done. We'll be able to buff it. Quick and easy. I probably, if I wasn't filming this, I'd probably have 30 minutes in this door, polished up maybe. This is better than any gym workout. Alrighty, now let's squeegee this thing. And you should notice a slight reflection. We'll let that dry a minute. All right, let's take a gander at her here. And if you'll notice, it's starting to get a slight reflection. See how you can start seeing the, if you can see you in it or not. But this is basically what you're gonna get. If you look down here at the trailer, you can start seeing a slight reflection in the panel, and it'll buff up quick. If that's where you get, I usually go over it 2 or 3 times. Just, you know, nothing heavy, don't hog on it. Just try to do a good job on it right there. But that's what you're gonna get. And if you go back and people say, well, how do you know I got it done enough with 25? Well, if you do it 2 or 3 times, it's usually gonna get it. You'll buff it, you'll see the scratches. And if you see scratches in it, those are gonna be your 1,500. So then you can just go back and get that spot where the scratches are with 25, go back and buff it up. If you have any that show up, that's how you know. That's about the only way I know to tell you. It's better to go a little bit and check it instead of worry about cutting through. But usually, unless you're just really getting on it, you ain't gonna cut through. You guys can do it. I know you can. Lord, if I can do it, anybody can. We're gonna give her one last wash off to get the sludgy off here, and make sure it's good and clean, and we'll buff her up. Because all that white sludge is just the clears, all it is. Where you're buffing it off, we want her good and clean. I'm gonna squeegee it and dry it, then we're gonna let her air dry, and then I'm gonna get the squeegee on the floor here because I don't really like using electrical stuff in a wet floor, if you know what I mean. I'm gonna squeegee the door off. Alrighty, slide our bucket out the way. I'll show you how to set up the little polishing pads and how much of this stuff to use, how to get it ready, all of the fine tips and tricks that you guys will want to know. Watch out, door, don't you be falling over and messing up after I've done all that work. At least one part of my shop will be clean anyway. Alrighty, yeah, it's looking good. I'll take you out there to check that out. Also, guys, didn't know, I'll tell you where you can get these rad AC Designs Garage Death Before Electric t-shirts. Richardson 112 hats that look a whole lot better than this one, but so I get a hat broke in, I don't want to change. Custom pinstripe glasses and the almost world famous Shakemaster 4000s at www.acdesignsgarage.com, and we appreciate your support. All right, check her out, guys. When you got your 25 about right, it almost looks like a bunch of swirly spider webs on it, like that. And that's when you're pretty close. All right, I'm going to show you how. This is pretty easy because it's Velcro backing. We're going to use the old burgundy one, the A6260. This is the one I cut with, and this thing's been used 100 times. This is the only one I've used since I think I've been cutting and buffing on here. Well, what I'll do is after I get done, I'll throw them down in my bucket of water, and then I'll just take and clean it up good, take it to the house, put it in the sink, hot water, don't let it sit there and soak, and just rinse it out and wring her out and then let her dry. Man, you can reuse these things over and over. Now, after a while, this one's starting to get pretty bad. If you see here, starting to tear a little around the edges. Most of that's from peeling off. The Velcro backing on this is really strong, guys, so when you peel it off, make sure you're grabbing down here pulling. Don't try to pull up here because you will tear this up. Just a way to be cheap like me, make stuff last longer. But basically, guys, you're just gonna center it up the best you can on the pad like that. And see, it rotates this way and it rotates this way. So that's dual action. And like I said before, you see this little stripe right there? I put one little stripe because, like I said, when you're leaning, if you bear down or hog down on one side too much, it stops rotating like this. It's still going like that, but it's not rotating like this. And this combination of this and of this is what you need. So just put that for reference because you can see it going around. As long as it's spinning around, you got her good. Now, I like this 105 Ultra Cut here. It works quick. Okay, I gotta grab my, I always have you 2 rags. Use 1 rag. This is a softer one. I'm gonna use it for the polish. So I got 1 rag to wipe off just this, and when I change off of the 105, I take the pad and throw it in there. I take the rag and throw it in there, so you don't want to cross-contaminate, because if you're using the 105, it's got more grit than the polish does. So if you throw anything with the 105 back on it, it's going to cause more scratches. No cross contaminations. I can dig this thing out. Oh, come on, Beavis. All right, you can do a coat hanger. I did me a little TIG rod. I'm gonna throw this in my box up there. That way I ain't looking for something all the time. So you can just take this little rod here. Get that big old gloopy out of there. And that should be it. This old nasty compound. All right, now she's ready to go for sure. We'll wipe this off on here because we're going to use this grit, and that'll be fine. I'll put that in the box. All right, I'm going to show you how to sauce this unit up here, guys. So you don't have to put a bunch. And one of the other bonuses about this, so you just do a couple little blops around here. and you're gonna rub it in because you want every one of these little bitty fibers right here to be loaded. Because if you don't, you're just wasting your time. So just rub it in, take your fingernails and massage it in here real good. Get it worked in good. And like I was gonna say, guys, one of the benefits of these DAs, they don't sling this junk everywhere. You ain't gonna have it all over your ceiling, all over your car, all over your shirt. Works pretty good. All right, after you get it massaged in, everything's done. We'll do 3 for Dale on there. Wipe that in lightly. And I'm gonna show you guys real time. We're not gonna edit this out. I'm gonna hit the camera and we're gonna buff a 1 by 1 area and we're gonna see how long it takes. Real time, guys, I'm gonna show you. It's gonna impress you. All right, guys, you're looking at it now. I'm gonna throw my light up there so you can see that it's not pre-polished and I'm putting some weird angle on it where it looks like it's flat. That thing is flatter than all get out. Look at that. All right, here we go, guys. Real time. And we're on I usually do about 4.5 on mine. And I'll point tips out as we go, so let's get at it. Look at that, guys, real time. That was actually probably a 1 by 2 area. That fast. We'll shine the flashy light on it. Hold it up like this so you can see the little light right there. Watch how it does. See the light, see the light, see the light. Blurry. Shoo-wee, look at that. Slicker than snot, guys. That was like, what, a couple minutes? Maybe? Alright, let's finish her off here. Got a little more to do. There's little swirlies there. Over here there's not. Over here they are. So keep your light like this, you can look around. So now we're going to redo the pad again, because that about area you're going to get there is a 1 by 1 or 2 by 2 area with one soaking. So we're probably going to do, we'll do 4 for Ernie here. We'll rub that in right there. That should be good. And so what we do is I do like I do on my painting. I 75% overlap, so you just drop down, drop down, drop down. Then we'll come and go up, down. You do it 3 or 4 times. Let's get on. Man, this color is gorgeous, all buffed up. Yeah, this is gonna look good on that firewall. Looking killer. Killer. Yep. Guys, that's been less than 10 minutes. Let's see. Something like it. Probably around 10 minutes. I'm gonna get this other end. We'll get this. I'll show you how to get this flat spot. What we're gonna do up here is you're not gonna roll. What we're gonna do up here is we're gonna try to keep it rolled back. You can see like this, not really hogging on, not rocking on that edge. You want to kind of keep it off that edge a little bit and go down through there. That's the beauty of these here. They won't grab and kick off and make a mess. I just don't see why people don't like these. I mean, you see that stuff buffed up from 25. No trouble at all. But, I mean, people don't want to use it. They don't have to. Finish this cutting part. Now, that polish, boy, she going to make this old blue pop. Get her out in the sun. She's really going to look good. I just wanted to buff it in here so the compound don't dry too fast. Alright, looper-dooper up for the top edge and get the 205 out and make her bling bling. Wipe this off real quick. And also on these microfiber rags, make sure you tear them tags off. Them things are scratching beasts. They will scratch the mess out of them. Yeah, looking pretty good. Can't wait to get her outside. Yeah, here we go. Look there, guys, nothing to it. Nothing to it. Down here where y'all can see it good. Look at that reflection. Good gravy. We'll go over it a couple times real quick just to give her a little what for, but look at the reflection of the stuff over here in the floor. Now that's some quality. All rattle can, guys. Every ounce of that is spray paint. Just a little bit of know-how to get it done. We're going to take this off, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hold, grab right there, and just kind of hold on the, it's starting to get hot too. Hold on this part and hold this pad. Cause they put some grip on them things. Fall on the floor. That was just my knife, it'd be all right. Change out your pad. We changed out our microfiber rag too. I done put the purple one back over there. Now we're on the blue one. Got the old 205. And we're probably just going to sauce this one up twice. This stuff goes a good ways. I don't know if we can got to sauce it up pretty good first go around. Do it same way, you just rub it in like that. Get her sauced up good, and we'll work half. We'll probably do half up another half. That's all we'll have to do, guys. It goes a good ways. All right, just 1, 2, 3 for Dale. Lightly massage it in. And we ready to rock and roll, guys. Polish time. Same speed, probably 4.5 usually is what I do it at. I like to lock the trigger so I ain't got to hold the trigger, but whatever you feel safe doing. Right, got half the door. Boy, that stuff just looks more like plastic. It's slicker and slicker and slicker and snot. Phew, that's nice. That just makes that color look so much richer. Alrighty. This is real time, guys. I ain't gonna cut none of it out so y'all can see that it actually don't take that long. I'm gonna tell you what, guys, this color here pops, boy, when you polish it. I thought that black polish, this stuff here. Get her wiped off real quick and I'll show you. Also, another tip I forgot to say, never do the Mr. Miyagi wax on, wax off. Always wipe in straight lines, it don't matter what direction. That's how you put big swirly cues and everything. Is to just I wouldn't have to buff this down here even though we didn't do anything to it, just to make her look a little more presentable. Here we got all this. cleaned off here. If I wasn't gonna paint it next week, I'd go ahead and throw some of that khakis in a bottle on it, that old Griot's Garage, and make her really shine, and she'd fill in, get like a little glaze or something to fill in them light swirls. Look good. Look at that. Y'all can't argue with them results, guys. With the old DA, we're gonna get her outside here in a minute. I just want to show you in here. I want to show you real time, but man. All right, let's push this unit here outside. Yeah. See how she looks out here in the good old North Carolina sunshine. Boy, look at that. I tell you what, this stuff surprises me every time I do it. You get her placed this way where she really, well, you look at that. I mean, that stuff there is clear. Man, it looks good. What y'all think about the old Maui blue all cut and buffed up with 2K? Bring her up into shade. For some reason in the shade, I guess it's just so shiny that it don't show as much, you know, detail and stuff. So we'll get it right here and see different angles, and well, it's camouflage now with the different stripes. That didn't work. Let me turn it this way and look. Yeah, thumbnail may be a little hard to get the best reflectivity on it, but you guys see it, that just looks killer. Made her pop. I want to thank all you guys for all the rad support you've given us and helping put beans on our table, because like I said, this is what I do for a living. Make these videos, and y'all buying that, supporting it, even watching, guys. If you don't buy anything, just watching, commenting, clicking them bells and all that doodads you have to do for the algorithm really helps me out, and I appreciate it, guys. All right, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed that, learned something. Make sure you drop down the comment stuff you might want to see. And this week I really want to emphasize, be kind to one another, guys. This world is an evil place. We need to love each other. I love you guys, and remember, be kind to one another. Jesus loves you, so do we. God bless. We gone.